The 3 stages of menopause. We'll start that one again. The 3 stages of menopause. I'm Ruth, I'm 57 and I'm a menopause coach, and I run Menopause Mastery, where we aim to help ladies to thrive and not just strive in perimenopause, menopause and beyond. And today's video, I just want to talk to you about the 3 stages of menopause. It's basically to give you some clarity. If you're coming up to this stage, you might even be younger, in which case it gives you time to understand what's going to happen to you, or you might be slap bang in the middle and really not understanding what's going on. So I'm hoping in whatever way it's going to give you some clarity. So the first stage is perimenopause, and basically this is what we call a transition period leading up to menopause. It can begin as early as your 30s and can last up to 10 years. Some people start a lot later. I started going through perimenopause when I was about 42, so that was pretty late really. But what's happening is your ovaries are gradually producing less estrogen, and you might start to experience the symptoms around that, because obviously your hormones are starting to decline, but at first it's more like a bit of hormonal mayhem, I call it. So things are a little bit irregular. So your periods might be irregular, but you're still having them. They might be extended in terms of the month, or they could be even closer together. It's very much a one size fits one in all 3 of these areas. But you might also start to get the odd hot flash. You might have a night sweat or 2. You might start to experience mood swings. And that was the first thing that I noticed, or my family noticed. Sleep disturbances, again, can be really common. And it's all because of these hormonal changes that are going on in your body. The second thing, oh, by the way, you can also still get pregnant. So if you're getting any of these symptoms, don't assume that you can't, or even if your periods have started to be irregular, don't assume you can't get pregnant. You can right up until menopause. So menopause is the second stage. And actually, menopause is really classed as 12 months after your last period, and it's literally one day. But what's happened by then is that your ovaries have stopped releasing eggs, your estrogen levels have significantly decreased, and your symptoms may continue. You may still have all the symptoms that you had in perimenopause. For some women, they actually get worse, and for some women, they can feel really intensified at this stage. There is an awful lot you can do about it, and I have produced other videos on HRT, on lifestyle changes, so there's a lot you can do if you are having symptoms, but this video specifically is just talking about the 3 stages, okay? So it's never a one size fits one. I want to emphasize this so much. You can never lump 2 ladies together and say, oh yeah, they had the same experience, because no one is going to have the same experience as you. And this is what makes it so tricky. It's very much a one size fits one. So you need to treat yourself as unique as you are and work with your body and your body alone. So you can get lots of advice, but basically it's very difficult to compare with somebody else, okay? You're never going to get the exact symptoms as somebody else will. So it can be a challenging time, both physically and mentally. After menopause, you've got post-menopause. So we've got perimenopause, menopause, and the day after you go into menopause, 12 weeks after your period stop, that is post-menopause, okay? And what you can find then is that your symptoms may start to reduce. You may still have them. You may be on HRT by that stage, so you might not be having symptoms. The HRT may have really helped. You may still get very mild symptoms that pop in, depending on the seasons, depending on how you're feeling. If you're tired, things can start to go a little bit awry again. But basically, it's the last stage, and that's going to last. You are post-menopausal for the rest of your life, basically. And for me, the way to handle all 3 of these stages, and this is really my emphasis as a health and well-being coach, is to look at your lifestyle and how you can really work with your body body, your mind and your soul to create the life you want. Because a lot of the symptoms can get worse depending on what we're eating or drinking, depending on how we're sleeping. Maybe our sleep hygiene routine, what we do before bed is not great. Maybe we're not doing enough exercise to warrant our body being tired enough for sleep. There are so many anomalies that can come into play here that it's really worth diving into you and looking into your lifestyle. So on that note, I'm just going to show you a book that we have out on Amazon. We have a book called Menopause Mastery, and it really does dive in very much to your lifestyle. What's going on for you right now? Where do you need to put some emphasis? And by answering the questions in this book, you're going to have a really good picture of what you need and which direction you need to go in, whether you need to get some help, whether you can sort it all out yourself. It might be a doctor that you need to speak to. It might be a menopause specialist. It could be a coach. It could be a health coach, somebody like me that could help you get through this. So there are lots of different ways to move forwards, but this book's just going to start to give you a lot of clarity on you, and you are always going to be your best project to work on. So I'll just tell you a little bit about how you can work with me if you want to go further into this. So I'm Ruth Goodwin. I'm on Facebook as Ruth Goodwin. I'm on Instagram as Ruth Goodwin and TikTok as Ruth Goodwin Coaching. I run regular 90-day programs for ladies to ditch the old habits and start some new habits that are going to serve you more than the old ones. So please contact me if you want to jump in. I've always got one about to start. And if you want to work with me on a one-to-one, I offer one-to-one coaching as well. So lots of ways to contact me. And please like, share or comment underneath this video. The subscribe button is there for you to press. It costs you nothing, but it really helps us out. So thanks very much for being here today, and I will see you again on another video. Have a lovely day.